The name Tonya Harding once echoed around the world. On one hand, she became the first American woman to successfully land a triple axel in competition. On the other, she became linked to a criminal scandal. Harding's career collapsed at the very moment when she could have risen higher than anyone else. After the release of the 2017 film I, Tonya, her image firmly turned into a symbol of rebellion, emotional pain, and a deeply complicated athletic fate. The story of this legendary figure skater did not begin with bright arenas or glamorous ice rinks. Tonya grew up in poverty amid constant conflict between her parents. Her mother, Lavona Golden, had a difficult personality. She was impulsive, often relied on alcohol, and struggled to show affection. Yet it was Lavona who first put her daughter on the ice. At just 3 years old, Tonya took her first step toward future fame. Tonya loved skating, and her mother did everything possible to support her daughter financially, working as a waitress and collecting returnable bottles and cans. Young Harding made rapid progress and continued to develop her talent. By the age of 12, she was already landing a triple Lutz, one of the most difficult jumps in women's figure skating at the time. From that point on, Tonya's mother and stepfather began to profit from the success of the promising young athlete. Harding's greatest advantage was the triple axel, a jump considered standard in men's skating but extremely rare in women's competition. She became the second woman in the world and the first American to land it cleanly in competition. Many confidently said that the United States had found its future champion. However, the triple axel was only consistently successful for Harding during 1 year of her career, 1991. During that season, Tonya landed the jump cleanly 4 times. She was never able to repeat that success in competition afterward. From there, everything began to decline. The newly risen star of U.S. figure skating started to fade. At the 1992 Winter Olympics in Albertville, Tonya Harding finished 4th. At the 1993 U.S. Figure Skating Championships, a costume malfunction forced her to stop her performance and appeal to the judges. Later, at Skate America, another technical issue occurred, a loose skate, and Tonya had to interrupt her program once again. Then, on January 6, 1994, an event occurred that permanently changed the skater's life. Emotional stress and ongoing competitive setbacks contributed to a criminal plan involving Tonya's ex-husband, Jeff Gillooly, and his associate Sean Eckhart. They hired Shane Stant to carry out an attack on Tonya's main rival, Nancy Kerrigan, in an attempt to prevent her from qualifying for the U.S. Olympic team. The plan did not unfold as intended, but Kerrigan suffered an injury near her knee and was forced to withdraw from the 1994 U.S. Figure Skating Championships. This opened the door for Harding to secure a spot on the Olympic team. What followed felt almost inevitable. Amid intense media attention, investigations, and the threat of removal from the team, Tonya Harding was still allowed to compete at the 1994 Winter Olympics in Lillehammer, Norway. Her performance, however, was below her usual level. She finished 8th. Nancy Kerrigan, having recovered in time, returned to competition and won the silver medal, finishing behind Oksana Bayul of Ukraine. After the Olympics, consequences followed. An internal investigation by the U.S. Figure Skating Association concluded that Harding had prior knowledge of the plan and failed to report it. This is the key difference between real events and the film's ending. In I, Tonya Harding is largely portrayed as a victim of circumstances, shaped by a harsh upbringing, abusive relationships, and class bias within elite figure skating and the media. Her responsibility is presented in a softer, more emotional way. In reality, Harding was found guilty of failing to inform authorities after learning about the plot. As a result, she received probation, paid a fine, and was banned for life from competitive figure skating. Thus ended the career of an athlete who fought relentlessly for every achievement. In 2010, Tonya Harding remarried, and at the age of 41, she became a mother for the first time.